Have 11 players out on that pitch who want to play for the club. That's a starting point. Who want to be there, who run till the last minute of every single match. There are definitely 5 or 6 people in that dressing room that look to me at the moment like they don't want to be there always.
To be honest, a little bit of disenfranchisement with the club. That's what we want to talk about today. It's will we say it's at an all-time low right now? I don't know.
The fact they relied on kind of streetwise football, penalties, getting penalties and stuff like that, they all said we're getting done.
When I'm seeing people not doing their jobs, I'm watching people run past them, I'm not seeing people putting a shift in. That's what's more damning for me. But I look at this squad right now, and I don't care who you bring in, that's a jigsaw puzzle with about 4 or 5 pieces missing.
That to one side and say, you know what it is, it ain't who we want, but we'll give them our support, yada, 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 and hope for the best.
Natural enthusiasm, that's the whole thing. It's the greatest thing in the world, natural enthusiasm. You're nothing without it. Nothing.
Now, how can you communicate that to people?
Well, I think that if a manager is honest and he has this natural enthusiasm, I think whilst he can't go into the field with the players, he can convey it to the players, you understand? He's with them and they're with him, and they'll be successful.
A bastion of invincibility. That's what Bill Shankly wanted when he took over Liverpool back in 1959. That is exactly what we are aiming to do with Barrow. We're going to build them into one of the giants of English football. We have got 3 massive objectives to do this. We're going to aim to play attractive, good football. We're going to try and be financially sustainable. And we're going to obviously aim to get as many trophies as possible. That's what the objectives are. Lads, it's FIFA 22. It's a career mode. It's a road to glory, rags to riches story. Oh boys, we ready to shine? I'm ready to shine. Let's go, let's have it. So first things first, obviously we need to look at this squad, we need to look at the formation. Now we're going to use this pre-season to just try everyone out. We don't know what our best 11 is yet, we don't know what system we want to use to start things off. I know one thing for sure, I don't want to be doing 5 at the back. We may switch to it if things don't go too well. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So we're going to try and use pretty much every single player in the pre-season, and then we'll review the squad at the end of the pre-season, once I've seen what the boys are about. So looking at the budget, like I mentioned, we want to be financially sustainable, and as it stands, we've got no money. So don't expect us in this first transfer window, almost likely January, to be making any mad signings. We're going to have to be fishing around the bargain bucket, scrapping the bones, looking for free agents, trying to get a loan player in maybe. But yeah, well, the way the wages are at the minute, especially because we're in League 2, we won't be breaking the bank anytime soon. Looking at the board objectives themselves, not that they really matter, because at the end of the day, all we're interested in is just getting out of League 2, just get promoted. Doesn't matter how we do it in this first season, we just need to get out of League 2. The board obviously have got the financial objective as their critical one, which is good because it kind of matches what we want. They want us to turn a profit at 2.6 mil, which hopefully we should be able to do. So going into the pre-season itself, match day number 1, we ended up winning this one. Now I'm not going to go into the detailed highlights or commentate on what you can see. Just a little glimmer of what the boys are about. My early impressions, we've got players who can score goals. Defending, not quite there. So game 1 we ended up winning, game number 2 we ended up losing. So we hit the transfer market, entering our first foray. Roland Barger, that's the player we've brought in, our first signing of the new era. I'm telling you, this guy, 69 rated, he's our best player straight away. We did give him a 7k a week contract, which is massive in League 2. But he is a Hungarian international. He was at the Euros this summer. So he's going to be good for us. Can play on the left, can play on the right. Going back into the rest of the pre-season, obviously, like I said, this first tournament, we need the money. And it's 1 mil if we ended up winning it. And I'm quite happy to say we did end up winning it. Now, we won 4 games, we did lose 1. We scored 16, which is quite promising. However, we did concede 10. So, clearly, there's an issue there already, that the defence just ain't up to scratch. We can't be conceding 10 goals in 5 games. That's not good enough. But nevertheless, as you can see here with some of these highlights, Vargo with that goal there, absolute screamer. We've got Sankey, we've got talent. So, pre-season completed, trophy number 1 acquired. Yes, it's a friendly tournament, but we're still going to count it, because why not? Hopefully we don't go full Spursy, and that's all we get to celebrate at the end of the season. Nevertheless, let's talk about the squad now that we've used the players and we kind of know roughly who our main men are. Paul Farman in goal, 63 overall, 31 rated. He is a good goalie, very good goalie. I'm very happy with him. Now, I said I want to talk about Josh Kay, left wing back / striker. I mean, have you ever seen it? He's right-footed as well. I've never seen it before. He's got Jamie Vardy vibes. He was with Barrow in non-league, and I want to take him all the way up to the Prem. Up next, Mark Ellis, our posh boy from Knightsbridge, 32 years of age, no nonsense centre back. El Capitano, he needs to be a rock for us this season. He needs to be an absolute rock. Up next, we've got our right back, Hutton, 63 rated, right-footed. He's not quite the Trent right back I was hoping for. He's more of a Reece James type player. He's just quick and powerful. But I reckon he's got a bright future ahead for us. But the main boy I want to talk about is Robbie Gotts. Now, he's a 63 overall. He can play number 10, play on the left, play on the right. He came from Leeds' academy, so he's got Premier League training. So this guy, we're going to build the team around him. He is our main man. And hopefully we don't have to sell him at any point, because I'll be gutted if we do. And lastly, I want to talk about the striker dilemma. Luke James, George Williams. Williams is an international. I can't split them. I really can't separate them. There's not really a lot in it between both of them. So let me know down in the comments who you think I should be giving the nod to for the main man this season. And lastly, to wrap things up of the pre-season, we did make one more signing. Gonna sign Boateng. Yeah, no, it's not KP and it's not Jerome. It's probably one of the forgotten cousins. It's Haran Boateng. 450k. He's a box-to-box destroyer. He's a proper like warrior in the middle. I felt like we needed more legs in the middle. 63 rated, so he's one of our better players. Hopefully he can kick on and do quite well for us. But that's enough talking. Let's get into our opening day lineup. Stevenage away, match day number 1. Farm in goal. Brow, Platt, Ellis, Hutt in the back 4. Boateng makes his debut. Ollie Banks in the middle. Varga, Gotts and Gordon. And then we've got Luke James up top. So lads, League 2, the rat race begins. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. League 2 is a slog. The game's gone thick and fast. You've got to just accept from the get-go. You won't win every game. You won't win every game. As long as you just keep picking up points, just keep grinding out results, you'll get out of the league. That's the main thing. 21 minutes on the clock. Farnham, great save there, showing a little bit of what I was talking about earlier. He is a good goalie. Now, with this game, we just weren't dominating the ball, like, at all. It was the most frustrating thing. We were just chasing shadows, like, Stevenage here, look. Sends our fullback to the absolute shops. Look, keep the change. Where you going? Where you going? Oh, unbelievable. Anyway, edge of the box, little 1-2 here. Little bit of skill. They get massively lucky that the ball falls to the striker. They go 1-0 up. Very, very frustrating. Nevertheless, over the hour mark, we were battling. We were trying to stay in this. Ollie Banks there loses the ball on the halfway line. Now, Stevenage striker, Elliot List on the ball here. He's a lad that I scouted, and I wanted to sign him, but they wanted 700k. There was no chance in hell I was paying 700k for him. So of course, when we go to play against him, he goes and bags twice, makes it 3-0 the final score. Not an ideal opening day, but it's a project. These days are going to happen. We're not quite there yet, we're not the finished article. Going into game number 2, round 1 of the Carabao Cup, a rainy Fratton Park against Pompey. We did get our account opened. We did score Alfie Devitt with the first goal of the new reign. Put us 1-0 up, showing us a little bit of the pre-season, exactly what we're about. Because we can score goals. I did see it in the pre-season. We just weren't showing it in that first game. Now, obviously, playing against Portsmouth, they are a league above us. So I didn't expect much from this game, to be honest. I did rotate the squad quite heavily. The Portsmouth went all equalised. They are a decent team. I didn't expect much from it. We had rotated the squad quite a lot. So Portsmouth went and got themselves back in front in the second half. We did equalise, and then with 5 minutes to go, Farnham comes out, makes a great bit of keeping there. The clearance is poor. Falls straight back to the poor Pompey team, edge of our box. I was just hoping we could just hang on. We could just get the penalties. See if we can just try and like shit our way into the next round. We don't manage to do it. We lose 3-2. But, like I said, first season, cup competitions, you just write them off straight away. Because the squad depth, we just don't have the squad depth. So, game number 2, after losing the first 2, we need to get a win. And the boys need to show us a little bit more here. Because we were scoring so many in the pre-season, but we're just not hitting the back of the net. Josh Gordon, 7 minutes in. Have some of that, son. That's what I like to see. 26 minutes on the clock, Luke James on the ball here, sends a hopeful through ball. Defender sort of half-assed clears it. They don't quite properly clear their lines. Ball falls to Boateng, edge of the box. Have some of that! Oh, it was so close. Tell you what, he's going to score one of them, and I will go mental. It's going to be an absolute glorious goal when it goes in. 35 minutes on the clock. I mean, the Heart of Ball offering nothing. They just couldn't get out of their half. Luke James in the ball here. He's got a runner. What a pass that is. Lovely. Puts it into Alfie Gotts. He goes and doubles things up. Told you, he's the one to watch. He is the main man. So we managed to get ourselves a third goal. I'll count up to the hour mark. I don't know what the ref's doing. He's given a penalty there. Justice was served. He just smashed the bar. And then they almost got lucky with the rebound, but Farnham was more than a match. Now, 66 minutes on the clock. I was thinking about resting players. We're 3-0 up at home. Nothing to worry about. Then that happened. It was a bit of a weird goal, not going to lie. Then they got a free kick moments later. Smashed the wall. One touch, bang. I mean, what is that? What is that about? Couldn't believe it. Yeah, you knew it was coming. Of course they equalised. We dropped 3-0 up, and we dropped 3 points. That's poor, that is. Weak, flaky, not good enough. There was one final highlight into stoppage time. Luke James here, smashed the crossbar, but it just wasn't for me. Tell you what, this is going to be a challenge. A real challenge. We've got to be picking up 3 points from that. That's just not good enough. Game number 4, we're against Exeter. Now, having not picked up a single win yet, we need to win this one. We need to win it. There's no questions. We have to win. Otherwise, we're going to be screwed. We can kiss goodbye promotion if we don't pick up 3 points here. I wanted a clean sheet. There was no clean sheet. That's just not good enough. So coming up to the 40th minute, just before the end of the first half, the backup right back carries the ball like 70 yards here, like unchallenged. Like, I don't know what's going on. Their defence just not interested in closing it down. Pokes it through. George Williams gets into the box, have some of that, goes and levels things up. Yeah, we did get our noses in front, and there were 10 minutes to go. Alfie Devitt on the ball here, runs out wide, plays it out to the fullback. He's got loads of time. He waits for the right option. He cuts back in, pokes it through to Josh Gordon, pokes it out wide to Alfie Devitt, pokes it on a plate. Josh Gordon makes it 3-1. We get our first win of the season. Here we go, boys. No. There's no here we go. Game number 5 and 6. We got absolutely humiliated. Absolutely humiliated. Harrogate 5-1. I mean, we scored in the 90th minute. Boys, it's not good. It's not good. We're on the ropes here. We are on the ropes. Harrogate smashed us 5-1. Bristol Rovers smashed us 5-0. We've got a lot of work to do. I think maybe a change of system. I think we might have to go to 5 at the back. I don't know. But either way, let's see how we're getting on. So, ladies and gents, 5 games in, 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses. We've scored 7, we've conceded 17. That's relegation form. We are in the relegation zone. We're going to drop out of the Football League. This is not good enough. So let me know down in the comments what needs to change, because it's clearly not working at the minute. So, lads, that is going to wrap up episode 1. Episode 2, we're going to play a lot of highlights. We're going to go all the way up to the January transfer window, where I need you to let me know where we're strengthening. Ladies and gents, I thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.